I'm Alex, this is Nick, and today's guest,
Me.
Caleb. Let's just dive right in, dude.
What are we diving in? The ground, like in Battlefield?
Battlefield 2042. Go ahead, Nick. Give your,
Game's fucking garbage.
Alright. That's it?
I don't know what else can you say. The game's just an utter pile of trash.
But why?
Because I shoot half a magazine of an LMG at somebody and they all miss.
But have you played it since Update 2?
Yeah.
And it's still like that.
Yeah. It's still fucking trash. And it's a real disappointment.
I haven't been able to play since the new update, but when you said straight into the ground with Battlefield, no, you go straight through the ground and under the map.
and then what? Do you swim?
And then you swim. You swim around and you shoot your gun, and people can see you on the mini-map, and they're like, who the fuck is there?
And then you're like, spookity boogity.
Yeah.
So you can shoot people from under the map?
No, you can't shoot them. You can make noise, though.
You can make
So like
noise.
It confuses
you're just
the
like
shit
a
out of people.
decoy.
Yeah.
A
You're
human
essentially
decoy.
a decoy. Yeah.
So I've been playing Battlefield for a little bit. Quite a while. I've been streaming that mostly. Assault rifles, LMGs. Okay, I agree. You're sitting there, pop, 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 pop. And they're sitting there like, so, I get that. But sniping, I don't usually snipe. But it's good. Sniping,
I like the sniping.
It's
Everything
good.
Mars.
bullets connect.
Usually.
You tried sniping?
Yeah, it's because the snipers don't have a bloom.
Bloom.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Weapon bloom.
Like when your bullet disappears?
No, so, like, when you continuously shoot, your bullets bloom around where
Oh, so
they're
they
sup-
just kind of randomly
Yeah.
spread around. There's
like no spray pattern. It's just random from where, like, your dot would be. If that makes sense. A sniper doesn't have a bloom effect because you just shoot one bullet. That's why if you use the guns on semi, they operate somewhat correctly. I just think that there's too many people and their servers can't handle it.
Do you really think it's a server issue, though? Or do you think it's just their bloom is terrible?
I think it's a combination of the server not being able to communicate with all 128 people at the same rate.
Yeah.
Because of different, pings and whatever.
They had
Different systems, different pings.
Hey, I just want to say real quick, every time you do this, it sounds like we're getting pinged.
It's fine.
It's...
I talk with my hands.
I know, you can talk with your hands, just don't...
You fucking Italian. You're even dead.
Anyway, I got pulled up a little handy note right here. Battlefield 2042 update number 3.
3.
Be live tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
I didn't read it yet. I most definitely did not read it yet. But if update number 2 didn't fix it, let's see what we got, okay? Fixes. The recent player screen now include everyone from previous matches. I didn't know that was an issue. Made improvements of the interaction system by switching the default interact text. Okay, I don't know what that means. Open container, call elevator. Oh, okay, so I guess it's easier to call an elevator. Which, if you're taking elevators in Battlefield 2042, you're gonna die.
I mean, that was the same
will
case
die.
in Battlefield 4, too.
Just don't use an elevator.
Why?
You'll die.
From the elevator? Or from people throwing grenades?
The moment that elevator opens, it's over. That didn't last but a second.
I mean, that's the case with any game like that has an elevator that has a point at the top of it.
I know, I'm just saying. I don't learn.
That's why,
I hop in the elevator every time.
That's why in Siege of Shanghai, you blow the tower up and then you don't need the fucking elevators.
Then you don't have the elevator.
I don't understand why that's not a thing. Why can't we bring the tower down?
Okay, I'll agree with that one. There's not a lot of destruction
Yeah.
in Battlefield 2042.
There's no revolution.
Yeah, there's not, I think there's like one map where a little tower falls over a little bit. At the top of that elevator place, I don't remember what map it is, but there's like a little sign that falls to the ground, but that's like the best you can do. Battlefield 4, you could blow down all the...
I think that's because if they had a whole building collapse, they'd crash their own servers.
Had 128 people. I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. What happens if you're in the elevator when the building goes down?
You die.
You die. You just die.
It says
you were killed to
terminated or something.
Yeah, terminated.
Terminated.
Yeah, it says terminated now. We can't say kill.
Yeah.
That's too graphic.
So let's see what else we got here. Kaleidoscope server room lighting issue, and not an issue I was aware of. An issue related to velocity while spawning in jets. Improved helicopter animation and level flybys. Okay, that's one. Those helicopter animations, have you seen them?
No.
They fly around the map. They're not helicopters you can interact
they're
with.
like the ghost helicopters that fly around.
Yeah, but every time it goes around, it adds another one.
What?
And then another one. And then another one. And the match is 50 helicopters. The propellers aren't even spinning. They're just
awesome.
That right there, you see those helicopters? That's pretty weird, right? That's crazy. That's an issue. I mean, it's not an issue. It's not game breaking, but
maybe that's why their
ridiculous.
servers lag.
I never noticed.
Because you have 50 entities flying around where you should have one.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Improvements to address an issue where players killed in vehicles would fall beneath levels. Is that your issue right
Hey.
Improvements to streaming assets and deploy screen presentation. I don't know what that is. Player no longer gets stuck in the zip line after exiting a vehicle. After entering it too close to a zip line?
Ooh.
I don't know about that. Sounds interesting, but I don't know what that is.
Oh.
Exiting an open sea early in the enter animation no longer causes your aim pitch to look up. Aim pitch to look up reminds me of a thing. There is a thing where I think he just kept shooting and the recoil kept going up, but he never looked back down.
Yeah.
So he ended up looking up.
It never reset.
And it went back into his back, like went all around it.
Yeah, I remember
Oh, that's
that.
pretty crazy.
I saw that video.
Correct field of view is applied immediately following insertion sequences. I don't know what that is. Okay. So that's all the general fixes. There are user interface improvements. So improve the collection screens, improve the ways in which you're able to manage your attachments, enhancements to player card screen and around.
This is all useless.
Yeah, it's all useless stuff, most definitely.
Other
New
than the vehicle
markers,
under the map thing.
screen transitions, reporter player flaws, in-game scoreboard now properly scales.
Oh, thank God for that one.
So, I thought it was going to say the in-game scoreboard now shows the whole scoreboard. If you notice, it only shows the people in your squad. You can't see anyone else, or especially on the other team, their kills and deaths.
True.
I don't know why. I don't know if that's like the same reason Facebook or YouTube got rid of the dislike button.
Yeah, I was going to say, because then you can bully them.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
so... Alright, matchmaking and friends. Improve the experience between EOR and around, I'm assuming that means. Improve matchmaking reliability, improve crossplay, fixed present updates. This is still fixed friend invitations for PC.
Well, thank God.
Stupid stuff. Okay, progression
Too bad
unlocks.
I don't have any friends.
Alright, well, in this going over the list. Alright, that's just a bunch of stupid stuff. Okay, yeah, rendering issues that get fixed. Maps, over 150 individual fixes, doesn't list what they are. Hard zone, or hazard, not hard zone.
I got a hard zone.
Hazard. Is that a
Yeah,
map?
it's like
It's a game mode.
it's a game mode, but it's like 4v AI. It's like you team of 4 versus a bunch of AIs.
Is this new?
It's new to Battlefield, I think. But it's not. It's been there for.
Oh, it's like
Battlefield
Spec Ops.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And Call of Duty.
So a bunch of fixes for that. I didn't even know. Added server info for the pause menu for Battlefield Portal.
I haven't been able to play Portal yet.
It's pretty fun. It's got a lot of
There's
good
no
stuff to it.
XP. That's the issue I have with it.
No, okay, so I think they shut that off for a little bit, but it's back.
Yeah, because people were farming other people.
Yeah. Breakthrough, tune capture times for breakthrough, improved out of bounds, defender spawning, the game mode widget, something. Dynamic world improvements, the HUD. I'm not seeing anything about guns.
Yeah, because they don't care about the guns, because everybody keeps playing the game, even though it's fucking garbage.
It's not that trash. Improved bots.
Like I said, if you gotta put not that in front of trash or bad, it means it's bad.
No, okay. That's like me saying...
You having a counterpoint?
That's like saying, you're not that ugly. You're still ugly, you're just not that ugly.
Okay, well, I'm saying it's not that bad. It's still
bad.
No, it's not. No, okay, so, I mean...
It's not bad.
So if I said it's not that good, that means it's still good?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
It's how it's perceived.
It's not that great.
It's not that great. There we go, but it's still great. It's not that great. There, that works. Yeah, it's not that good.
We need a psychoanalyst here for Nick.
Oh, I'm a psycho.
Audio, it's now easier to hear the hovercrafts coming towards you when they want to fucking run you over.
Oh, you mean they're not silent hover rounds?
The hovercrafts?
Yeah.
Yeah, those things I am constantly getting angry about.
Did they fix them being able to fly faster than jets?
They can fly faster
That was
than
a thing?
jets.
Well, it could fly, not faster than jets, but I've seen videos of hovercrafts running into helicopters.
I mean, I know they can go up buildings. I know when you get like in the tornado, they can go flying, but...
If you just like back up, they suddenly have like so much thrust. It's very...
Yeah, I didn't know that. Specialists! I guess they're specialist fixes. Nothing I care about. Oh, the sentry gun will now be destroyed when the owner dies.
Yeah, that's one thing I dislike about the game a lot.
The specialists?
Yeah, the specialists.
You like that? You dislike that there are specialists?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Why not?
Because I don't like that everybody has a superpower. I'm not gonna draw this picture. I give up.
You give up?
Yeah.
He said, "Wait, I can't draw."
I don't have a brown marker. That's really why I'm giving up. Yeah, I don't think that they should have superpowers. Cause
Well, they don't got superpowers. You got a sentry gun or a glide suit or a grappling hook. They're not superpowers. No.
Yeah, but
It's like
They
saying
just got-
Batman's got superpowers.
Yeah, Batman doesn't have superpowers. He's just got equipment loadouts.
He's just insanely rich.
What are your superpowers again? I'm rich.
Yeah, he's just rich.
yeah, but I think you should just be able to choose those without being stuck in a certain operator.
Okay, I get it.
Because what if I don't want to play as Boris, but I want to play as, the wingsuit bitch?
So you want the wingsuit, but you want Boris' sentry gun? Or
Yeah,
whatever it is?
exactly.
Is Boris the one with the sentry gun? I think so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. There's not a lot of customization to
I
the
get
game.
I get
that
it.
There used to
I
be.
understand. I agree with that one. I agree. That's why I just stick with Boris.
I feel like they're like all the characters' personalities are very polarizing.
Polarizing?
It's like Boris. Ah, yes, Russian man. Yes, Chiki, suka, bled. I put the gun. I don't remember if Boris is Russian or not.
No,
but
Boris is not.
Everyone's
I don't think
personality
he
is
is.
just like,
He might be. I don't know.
I'm the fucking shit. That's what everyone's like, except for the healing lady.
True.
That was
She's
a healing lady.
just kind of pretentious.
Well, I feel like the game developers focused more on big battles, which I understand because they want it to feel as realistic as possible. But when you have such a large, unrefined game, now your realism goes out the window and it's just a giant fucking shit show.
So it's just like a sandbox where everyone has guns.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think that's what they were intending,
No.
but it's so hectic that you can't even play the game.
So, at the current state of Battlefield, you do not like it. That's what I'm getting, right? You do not like the current state of Battlefield. Are you going to make your...
What's that say? What's that say? Trash.
Rash?
Trash.
You have a rash?
The game is
T-rash.
trash.
T-rash?
Trash.
It feels like something like you went to your therapist. And if you have a problem conveying your emotions, just write it down. Write it down or draw it. Or do a haiku.
I don't have a
This
therapist.
game is poopy. I don't like it at all.
Haiku is what, 575?
575. This game sucked. Big dick.
Okay, it has to rhyme though, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
Haiku's rhymed.
Okay, so you think the game's trash right now?
Yeah, and
I think it's fun.
I think it's gonna end up like Battlefront 2, where they're gonna try to fix it with microtransactions, and then the game is just gonna be all microtransactions.
I don't think they're gonna go that route because I think they learned their lesson from Battlefront 2.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I would hope not.
Ask their pocketbooks.
Oh yeah.
The shareholders.
So I guess if it got better, so for a game for like me, for example, No Man's Sky, I heard it's really great now.
I've never played it.
Well, I bought it on launch day expecting it to be a lot of things. A lot of things it was promised to be.
I remember it was very hyped.
And I refuse to play it now because I just cannot stand. I tried to refund it 20 different times. I just do not play the game. But I heard it's super good now. But I refuse to give it another chance. Did you give Battlefield another chance? if they fix this stuff, would you?
I mean, yeah, it's Battlefield.
Okay. I just because like No Man's Sky, I refuse to give it a chance.
But it's not the old Battlefield. Like
4? Or are we talking like
yeah,
Bad
like
Company?
4.
Like 4?
4, 3, either of those. Even
Yeah.
Bad Company 2. Any of those Battlefields, I could go back and play.
Oh yeah.
Have no issues.
1943. Nobody talks about Battlefield 1943.
That game was good, but
It was very
It's not
simple.
when I'd go back.
it was
It
that
was very
was like an
simple, but I
arcade
liked
shoot.
it.
They sold that as an arcade shooter though.
I love arcade shooters.
Well, they did. It was $15 on the Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. I liked Wake Island.
It was a very cool game. And it was historically accurate.
I did see some weapon fixes right here that I wanted to read real quick. I have not read it yet. Fix some issues that prevented visual hits from registering when firing on an enemy target. That's what you want, right?
Yeah.
It's the biggest fix right there. It says, note, further improvements are still being investigated. So it's probably not going to be
It's
fixed
not
for this
actually
update.
fixed.
Yeah.
They
It's
tried
not,
to.
it's not actually fixed.
I bet what they
Working
did
on
was
it.
they looked at, all right, guys, what guns do people use the most? And we'll fix those. Instead of
So
just
it's
fixing their whole system, they're just band-aiding it until...
You also got to remember, we're not game developers.
Well, that's true.
So we don't really know how it works on their side. It might not be as easy as just a little button. They might have to recode thousands and thousands of lines. I don't know. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I've been given a lot of...
Poor developers.
Yeah, I've been giving a lot of developers the benefit of the doubt these past 2 years because of COVID, working at home, lack of communication. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but if it gets fixed, I mean, should it be something that should have been like one of the first things they fixed? I would say yes. That shouldn't be update 3 and they're still investigating.
Well, I think it's still a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
You need your core mechanics before you do anything else, and the gunshots registering is a core mechanic. And if they can't develop that, then there's no hope for them.
I get it, but what blows my mind with that, because I agree with you on that one, is that we're talking about Battlefield. It's
Right.
not like some indie game that just
Right.
came out or a first-time developer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why so many people are giving it... How many... It had over 33,000 dislikes on Steam.
Out of what,
With
50,000
with only
views?
11,000 good,
Yeah.
positive ones. So I think the reason why everyone's because it's okay. I'll be honest with you. It's again not that bad, but it's not that bad. But it is Battlefield. You know, we have high expectations.
Yeah, that's what. If me and you developed that game,
And it was
people
like
would be
this.
like, "Wow, this is great."
2 guys made this.
Yeah, exactly. But we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar company put out
Multi-billion?
this.
Yeah. So I agree with you with that.
Well,
I
it's
do.
EA. EA is definitely a billion-dollar
You think
company.
they're billion? How much is EA worth? Let's check that out real quick. $5.54 billion.
Yeah.
In
So
2020.
in 2020.
yeah. So
okay.
we're talking multi-billion. Obviously,
Yeah.
Battlefield doesn't get all of that money. But
No, but they have a nice penny behind them.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yes, I agree. Yeah, I think that's why everyone is giving so much bad reviews, is because we're talking about Battlefield here. And it's not even just like a Battlefield. It's been hyped up. 2042 has been hyped for the past, how long now?
I don't know. They've been talking about it for, 2
And
years?
it's been in development for 5+ years or something like that. When you delay a game, you better make it come out
Didn't
perfect.
they do the same thing with Cyberpunk? Didn't they delay that? And
Okay, they delayed that
like
for months, and it ended up being one of the worst games. I don't want to talk about Cyberpunk. I played it, I beat it. I'm not gonna play it again. There is a lot of information that it's coming out with all these new updates and everything soon, and it looks like it's getting a lot of positive reviews now. Good for it. Maybe I'll pick it up again, but what baffles me is they made The Witcher 3. That was a extremely good game.
Yeah, but I've never played The Witcher 3, so Cyberpunk's a lot more open world.
No, I would say Witcher 3 probably had a larger open world. I mean, I don't know. I can Google that too, but it felt more open world, but it also felt like there wasn't a bunch of empty space. Cyberpunk, you play it, and it's no matter where you go. I mean, it's the same thing no matter where you go.
So Grand Theft Auto, kind of.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, Grand Theft Auto, it's if you look at the Grand Theft Auto on the map, it's all right, you got your car shop, your gun shop here. We'll copy and paste it, in this quadrant.
Okay, yeah.
And then,
but that's a Grand Theft Auto thing. No one gets mad at Grand Theft Auto for doing it. But
yeah, I mean, how could you? Because that game's a classic.
it's a classic.
And they don't release unfinished games like Battlefield.
Yeah.
No.
But now that I pick up a sniper,
Yeah,
I'm having fun. But if I pick up anything else other than a sniper, I want to shut the game off.
Yeah, and I don't want to be stuck in a sniper.
Well, put an iron sight on there. Get the SVK is one of the best marksman rifles out there. You can pop that thing off like crazy.
If I didn't need 15 kills to get a red dot sight on any gun, then I might be able to
You
play
might
the
have
game.
to suffer for 15 kills, but hey.
It's a lot of suffering, let me tell you.
Okay, so anyway, back to the weapons. Fix the 8x scope, having a faster ADS time. That pretty much fixed an exploit that allowed to have unlimited ammo. That's about it. That's about the only big fix of Update 3, and that's the end of the list.
Why would they fix an exploit that gives you unlimited ammo when they have literal ammo power-ups?
Maybe it means you never needed to reload.
Oh, maybe.
That's what I'm assuming. Okay, so I guess let's go ahead and as Battlefield today, what would you rate it out of 10?
2.
Okay, that's pretty low rate.
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. What would you rate it?
I'd give it a 4.
A 4?
I'd say 4.
I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and I'll say a 6. A hard 6, though. Not almost 5.
you mean-
a solid 6 out of 10.
Okay.
With hopes that within
Well,
the
I-
next
I
few
hope.
months, it's a great game. A 10. I don't expect it to be a 10. I don't think a game like this can become a 10
Yeah, you
when
can't.
you launch like this.
You can't become a 10 after you start out at a 2.
Yeah. But an 8, I can see it going
you
to an
average
8.
probably like an 8.
You can go to an
if
8.
you fix everything correctly. Because I feel like this game, they're gonna fix stuff, and then it's just gonna make other stuff worse, and they're gonna be fighting this constant tug of war battle.
With bugs and...
Yeah.
This thing is also Battlefield, though. Battlefield has a lot of bugs that are just, good. Right now, you can grapple hook to a tornado. That's fun. That's not game
I mean,
breaking.
yeah, that is
You
fun.
You just swing around the tornado.
That's some Just Cause shit.
Yeah. Don't fix that, but of course that's probably one of the first things they fix.
Yeah, because we don't allow fun in video games anymore.
Yeah, that's another thing that baffles me is, back in the PS2 days, you bought the disc, you couldn't go online to get updates. It had to be shipped, completed.
Right.
It had to be. And it seems like any game nowadays...
Well, even if you
can't-
buy the
they
disc
just- they just
version,
kinda take
you
it for
still
granted now.
install it from
nowadays,
off
yeah,
the internet.
yeah, nowadays. But I'm talking about PS2 days. Okay, so they did have the internet, but I don't think there was a single update that
No, I
came
think-
out for games on a
I think
PS2.
everything was actually stored on the
No, I think when things started updating was 360 PS3 era when you had Xbox Live.
And the PSN. So why can't we do that anymore? I mean, yeah, you could say, well, the games are a lot more complex now. Well, so is our hardware and our limitations. Like, they're way up here now. They're not down here.
Because a disc can only hold so much.
Oh, I'm not talking about discs anymore, though. I'm talking about, okay, so yeah, I'm downloading a 150 gig game.
Right.
Yeah.
That game better be complete.
Right.
I shouldn't need a day one fix.
Yeah, but really, Battlefield's not that large of a game.
No, it's
Is
not.
it?
It was
Yeah.
like 40 gigs.
Yeah. I mean, I just deleted Black Ops Cold War off my PlayStation, and it was 150 gigs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
And there is a lot smaller content in that game than Battlefield.
Yeah, I don't know why. Vanguard's not so bad. So okay, so let's switch over to Vanguard then. We rated Battlefield. We have expectations. We know it's got its lows right now. Let's switch over to Vanguard. Let's get out of the Battlefield. We know people don't like it.
Vanguard, 9 out of 10.
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 Even though it's the 6th World War II game they've done.
Yeah, I wasn't really excited for it when it first released, but after playing it, I think it's the second best World War II game. I think World at War still triumphs it.
Okay. I'm going to have to say that World at War is still my favorite, and I don't know if that's a nostalgia thing
I think
or
it's
if that's because it's
more
really
of a
good.
nostalgia thing.
Because that's the game that got me into Call of Duties.
We should try to play that again. We should probably.
I don't even know.
Again.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the servers are online.
Probably on PC, maybe. I don't know.
Probably do some.
I know Modern
Did it
Warfare
come out
2
on
servers
PC?
are still online.
Yeah. They probably are. If not, I'm sure there's, someone has servers out there that you can run off, whatever, make your own dedicated servers. I don't know.
True,
Maybe.
but that's no fun.
Yeah. So, okay, so Vanguard. 9 out of 10.
Yep.
Why?
Why not?
Tell me, what's the positives about it? I think it's a good game. I do.
I can shoot people and they die. We'll start there.
Okay. They have a hardcore mode. I'll give it to that.
There is a hardcore
I
mode.
wish Battlefield had a hardcore mode.
It seems that every thing in the game has a balance other than impact grenades.
Okay. Then that's why it's not a 10 out of 10.
Exactly.
I agree.
There's
with you.
no counter to explosives
There's no trophy systems.
in hardcore mode. Even the perk doesn't protect you. So,
No trophies.
what would you add to counter grenades? The only thing I could think of, other than trophy systems, is to have an equipment cooldown rate. Because what happens?
Don't spawn with 2 impact grenades.
You spawn with
Yeah.
2 impact grenades and you instantly die, and then you have 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
That's not balanced. And especially
on domination, where you can.
Yeah.
Oh, they're capturing a point. Just throw the thing
Yeah.
towards the letter.
and the impact and the explosives, which I think is great, but the radius on a lot of them are just ridiculous.
I agree. The radius and the bounce. If you're not using an impact grenade, I throw a grenade, it's like, boom, boom! I'm like, whoa, come back! They're over here!
True.
And then, boom, 3 friendlies dead.
True.
Yeah.
So,
And that's the other thing is the kill streaks, the bomber mainly. You shouldn't be punished because the bomber that randomly drops bombs on the map kills your teammates.
That's true.
I agree. I shouldn't be, like, oh, I got a bomber in, so
And
here
then you
comes
sit
4
there and
deaths
you-
for me.
Kill yourself.
At
over
least
and
you
over
don't
and
get
over.
kicked anymore for killing friendlies.
You didn't get kicked for like the past 4 Call of Duties.
I know, but you got suicided.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, at least, with the
But
bombers
like
and
modern
stuff.
or
That
Cold
was
War,
kick you.
Cold War didn't punish you for kill streaks that killed teammates.
Were they not?
I don't think so.
I really
I don't know.
recall.
I didn't really use kill streaks.
So, okay, so I'll give it. It is their 6th World War II Call of Duty. It's getting a little overused. Did I have fun with it? The
Yeah, but
campaign.
Can we really count the 3 Call of Duties that were offline?
Yeah, I know. Just campaign only.
Because you could even say like Medal of Honor made 3 World War II games.
Okay, so I'll give it that. I would probably rate it a solid 8. So I'm having fun with it. It's It's fun. The weapons feel balanced. The weapons do not feel balanced on Dome. I don't think they... I don't know. But Dome is just one of those chaotic maps. You have it. Shipment, Dome, Nuketown.
Yeah, their weapons are stronger than the maps that they had developed that they brought back.
Yeah.
Essentially. The guns have longer ranges. And
longer range, and you can shoot through anything in this game, which I
Especially.
like. I do like that. But yeah, you just shoot at a wall and you get kills. But that's good, though.
But the biggest benefit is they released the game, and within a week, everybody was complaining about how hard it was to get point-blank camos because you needed 100 per gun.
Yeah.
And they almost instantly fixed it to close range.
Yeah.
It's a development team that seems like
they're listening versus, I think Battlefield's listening, but I think a lot of it's falling on deaf ears.
Well, the Call of Duty is developed by Sledgehammer now.
Well,
I think they changed.
Yeah, I think they changed. I know they
the last one was Infinity Ward. They did like Modern Warfare, and then Treyarch and Sledgehammer do the
Black Ops and stuff, right? Yeah.
I think it just depends on which one.
Oh. Developed by Sledgehammer Games and published by Activision.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Activision is essentially like the same thing as EA now. They just publish stuff.
So Call of Duty, we don't really have any complaints about other than impact grenades, right? Impact grenades?
Yeah, they just need something to balance it, whether it be
a cooldown or
some sort of internal cooldown in the game, or
maybe they're not one hit. Maybe
no, they still should be one hit.
What, you think an impact grenade?
But
maybe it doesn't.
I think in hardcore, the perk that protects you from explosions should not.
It
should still protect you.
You should be at like one hit.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with that one.
Or add some form of trophy system to the game.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be realistic. I mean...
Yeah, we're past the realistic.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I miss from... I think it was in Black Ops Cold War is... They come up with these fun game modes, like the ship house and all those ones I want to play, but they don't make them available for hardcore. But they did in Black Ops Cold War. I remember playing Shipment 24/7 on
They added a hardcore one.
Oh no.
This thing?
What is going on here?
You're smelly.
She said, you're smelly.
She said, what's going on down here?
Yeah, the lack of hardcore for a lot of the modes is a real bummer. I wish they'd bring back hardcore demolition.
I don't see them ever doing that. I don't.
That was a POG game mode.
I agree, and I don't know why they got rid of it. I don't think it got much hate.
They haven't had it in the game since Modern Warfare 3.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it didn't get much hate, though, did it?
I don't think so. They seem to remove game modes that a mass of people don't play. Because, like, Modern Warfare 2 had Team Tactical and Third Person Team Tactical, which I thought were fantastic game modes.
I forgot all about third person.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
Not even...
Oh, man.
Not even because it was in third person, just because if you had 4 buddies, you could, you know, be able to dominate 4v4. And it was a lot more squad-based.
Yeah.
Instead of having, 2 randoms. And I'm not really too keen on their... like tactical pacings that they added to the game modes.
Okay, I agree with that one. I agree. They should the pacing thing shouldn't even really be a thing. It should just be how every Call of Duty has been. I agree, and maybe do what Halo did. And if you wanted a lot of people, you make a big team battle.
Right.
I feel like that would have been fine. I don't know why there's sometimes you're 4v4 and sometimes you're 8v8 and sometimes you're 12v12. I don't get that.
Yeah.
And I also dislike just because we're playing a 6v6 that I can't play on the castle map or the other larger maps.
Put all the maps on there.
Yeah. Just make, you can shrink them down so there's like a zone.
And they've done that.
Yeah, they have
previous
done
Call
that.
of Duty, shrunk down big maps for smaller modes.
So I don't see why they couldn't, because there's a lot of cool maps that we don't get to play.
Yeah.
And
it feels like some of them are on the percentage rate that you get them, like Dome, for example. Yes, its spawns are crazy and it's chaotic, but sometimes you need that to keep your mind active. You know, playing 20 matches of domination
on Oasis.
Yeah, on Oasis, it just kind of like, you want to go play something else? Give me that chaotic map every once in a while. Not even every once in a while.
I think they should bring back the vote system too.
Yes, yes.
Give me 2 or 3 options to pick from.
Yes.
Rather than here you go.
But then you won't. Some of the maps won't get played because some of the people don't like them.
Well, then that teaches them right there.
I don't think they
then fix it.
Other than was it Hotel? Is that the rooftop one with the bar in the middle?
I don't know if it's called Hotel, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you can break through the glass and fall down.
Yeah. I think that is probably my least favorite map, but it's not a bad map.
Yeah.
It's just the spawns are very not because the map is so small. The spawns aren't very Call of Duty-esque, I guess, because people just spawn anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how they're.
I like that chaos.
I don't know. I know kind of how the algorithm works just by playing. You have to be a certain range away from their flag.
Yeah, which domination players stay off the third point.
That's true. That pisses me off. We're going to cap all 3 points. No. When you have 2 out of 3, you still win.
We should only have to cap 2 flags each game.
Yeah. But that beside the point, I think the algorithm gets confused on that map because it's just so there's people moving around so much that it can't figure out where one spawn is versus the other.
You also got to remember though is unlike Battlefield, Call of Duty does not have large scale maps. So the spawns can't necessarily always be perfect, and I get they could be better, but I don't think they would ever be perfect, especially when you have that last guy running to the third flag every single time.
Yeah, but that one guy that runs to the third flag shouldn't force the whole team to the other side.
Yes and no, I would say. Okay, yes, because, they spawn, they should just be able to kill him.
Right.
But if he's sitting in a perfect spot, I've done it on Dome.
True.
And I'm just sitting there, doosh. They don't have a chance to move. So what do you do? How do you counter something like that?
Well, at that point, the algorithm should detect that you keep instantly dying there, and then move you.
Okay, so you want them to die 3 or 4 times.
Well, it doesn't even, but could be like 2 or 3. But then that could screw with the entire algorithm because you could just die twice anywhere on the map and then throw the spawns. So I'm not saying I'm a game coder. I'm just.
It's not something I could fix either. I don't know how they could fix it. I just know every Call of Duty people, Call of Duty and their spawns, and every Call of Duty's been like that.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is that their maps are small. I think that's the problem.
Well, that goes back to why can't we play Castle or Berlin?
I agree. Put all the maps in the rotation. But where Battlefield does something right, in Call of Duty, I get they can't do it because their maps are so small. They have a spawn point, at least Battlefield 4 did. I don't know if 2042 does. But you have a spawn point for each side. Yeah, the enemy can't go. They literally cannot go to that spawn point. It says you're running out of your zone.
Right.
If you spawn
but you still can kill people in the spawn.
You can, but it's not as likely as Call of Duty.
Especially now with how many people there are.
Yeah, now if you spawn on the C flag and you're like, these spawns, and it's like, well, why'd you spawn on the C flag when you clearly saw all these red dots around it?
Right.
Now, I do that all the time. I'm a sniper, and I'm like, well, I'm going to spawn right there because all the action's right there. And then I immediately die.
And then do you complain?
Of course. Of course I do. I just got to remember, well, I'm the one who chose to spawn there.
Yeah, I'm the dipshit here.
Exactly. So, okay, so sum up Call of Duty Vanguard. Nothing seems to be really wrong with it except impact grenades. I haven't had any issues. I mean, I get that bug every once in a while where it says, you've been disconnected due to whatever, but you just click play and it starts up again.
I don't think that's not really a bug, though.
It just pops up, but you still find a match. Yeah. So I don't quite understand that one. Day 1 of Call of Duty, and it might have just been me with Crossplay. I tried playing with someone on the Xbox. I did have that issue where it just would not find a match because it kept bringing me out.
I had that issue on Cold War.
With Crossplay or
with Crossplay?
Okay.
I could not invite Rob, even though we were Activision friends, he could not join my game, and I could not join his game.
So, crossplay's new.
And it had something to do with my PlayStation being on while I was on my computer, but I wasn't on Call of Duty on my PlayStation. But I was
Sony,
online, so like my accounts were overlapping.
Okay. That shouldn't have been a problem, but I can see where it runs into a problem.
Right.
I can see how that happens. But crossplay's still kind of new.
Is it?
So, it's newer than most mechanics. It started with the PS4.
For FPS games, for sure, because there's always a stigma like console players.
No,
play,
Overwatch, they added crossplay. It was not crossplay at launch.
No, it wasn't. Yeah,
they added that, and that was kind of recent as well.
What really blows my mind is Grand Theft Auto isn't crossplay yet. I don't understand.
I think that's more server side than anything.
They just don't want to combine the servers.
You would have to ask them. I don't know.
Because I feel like it would.
5, let's be honest, it came out in 2012.
Yeah, and they're talking about remastering it again for the new consoles.
Okay, that's where. So we're off the Call of Duty Vanguard subject. We got it. Did we all rate it? We all rated it, right?
He didn't rate it.
You said 9 out of 10. I said 8 out of 10.
I'd give it an 8.
You give it 8. Okay, so it's a good game. We'll give that a good.
And it was.
If you can get past the optics.
There's not really any fixes that needs to be done to it other than some kind of color impact grenades.
You have to but the thing where Call of Duty excels is there's a lot of customization you can do to the guns in this game, and I really enjoy that. That's why I enjoyed like Arma with all the mods, because you could literally just deck out your guns.
Yeah, for once you don't need that perk where you can have an extra attachment.
Yeah, and they went to the old perk system. They went back. That's my favorite thing about this Call of Duty.
Back to boots on the ground.
They went back to their roots of what made Call of Duty Call of Duty. Yeah, they tweaked, what perks were in what perk category. Like, you can't have Ghost and Ninja now, which is kind of a bummer, but I get it because it was kind of strong.
Yeah.
But really,
they had to balance it.
Yeah, but the yellow perks, there's really no like standard yellow perk. I feel like there's demolition, which you get 2 things, which is
it should be 2 regular grenades, not impact grenades.
Yeah, and then
or 2 flashbangs or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and then you got high alert.
That's a good one.
That's what I use, and then you have.
It's disappointing when you're trying to follow someone to assassinate them, and they're just like, I gotta get rid of this guy.
I like doing that to people.
Yeah, but sometimes I like to assassinate people.
Why are you trying to?
I got you with a hammer. I'm on fire.
Yeah, but
that's a new one. High alert hasn't been around before, has it?
High alert was in the last 2.
I think it started in 2019.
It definitely was in Modern Warfare.
Okay, I've never used it before then. Other than this
what Tracker, I think, is one of them.
Follow their footsteps?
Yeah, you see their footsteps. Yeah. And then Scavenger, I think, is the other yellow one now.
That used to be blue, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't really go through all of them.
I think that's it. There might be one more that I'm
Which
missing.
in hardcore, you don't really stay... Well, sometimes you do. Sometimes you find
Well, that's why you just run the fully loaded...
attachment?
Or proficiency, or whatever it's called. But yeah, I have... very little qualms. Like I said, I wasn't super excited for the new Call of Duty, being it was another World War II Call of Duty.
Yeah. I think a lot of people's opinions on... So Call of Duty and Battlefield 2042, they kind of had a same launch. It's always Call of Duty versus Battlefield. It's like Apple versus Android.
And then Halo sprinkles themselves in every 5 years.
Halo's just Halo. We'll talk about that in a minute. But... So I think everyone's expectations was Battlefield's going to be great, and everyone's like, oh, Vanguard, another World War II, and it just completely did this.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Everyone went to Vanguard like, oh, this is actually good. And everyone's like, Battlefield, what are you doing?
And I like that Vanguard added some more destructibility, and they've added some things that people call glitches, like the trees on...
The trees are not glitches.
Yeah, those are not glitches.
What map is that?
Numa Numa.
Numa Numa, yeah. If you're on the tree, it's not a glitch.
It's a literal
if you're
physical.
in the rock, that's a glitch.
There's a difference between bugs and glitches, and I don't know if it was intended, but they are physical objects that you can't, you can be shot from them.
Yes.
Now, the glitch on the A flag on sub pens, where you can sit in the wall,
that's a glitch.
That's a glitch.
And if you, at least what I've been seeing, If you glitch on Vanguard, you will not be able to level up.
Yeah,
right?
you just
stay at level 1.
And
If you get reported
and you get
and
caught,
they find out, you stay at level 1
Yeah,
forever. Is it worth it?
it's really not. I would think.
I would think it's not, because why would you want to play it if you can't progress in anything?
I'm going to use my creator class preset from level 1.
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to play it anymore?
Yeah, I don't get it.
So, okay, so Call of Duty Vanguard, all in all, good game. So, going back into the crossplay things, because that's kind of new, at least it's new. I would say it's new that PC got added. I think there was a lot of crossplay with Xbox and PlayStation before.
Yeah, because there's really
Yeah.
no...
PC.
There's really no...
It was more of an input method.
Yeah.
Stigma, because like FPS games and controllers, it's like, oh, that's poopy.
So, okay, but they offered a fix. Do you not agree? You can plug a mouse and keyboard into your Xbox or into your PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But you get more
when I'm
FPS on
playing,
PC.
not really anymore. You can choose 120 frames. You just have to have that good TV.
True.
Okay,
The
so
PS5 does run at 120
it
frames.
does. I have mine running at 120 frames. I put it on performance mode. I don't get
Unless
the ray
it's in,
tracing.
what,
I don't-
4K, then it's only 60, right?
That I don't know.
I
but
thought that's
know
what Lee said.
I can't have ray tracing on. I know that. It needs to be in performance mode.
Right.
And there's an actual setting that you have to enable in the settings menu to make it go to performance mode. And you need a big fancy TV and all this stuff. But it could run at 120. Just like if you have a computer, you need an $800 monitor that has 120 hertz.
True.
Which doesn't really cost that much anymore for a 120 hertz monitor. But
But like
when I bought mine, it
300
did.
probably.
Yeah, it's probably not that expensive anymore, especially if you're not getting a G-Sync monitor.
Yeah.
Now, when I said that you can plug a mouse and keyboard into a PlayStation, where do you have your PlayStation 5 at? Okay, your PlayStation 5 is right there. You would be good to plug your mouse and keyboard into that.
Right.
My PlayStation is in my entertainment center in the living room, good 8-9 feet away from my couch.
The nice wireless.
Yeah,
keyboard
but
and
yeah,
mouse
you can
But
combo.
do I want a wireless mouse and keyboard on my lap when I'm sitting on the couch?
Well,
What
see, I tried mouse and keyboard input on the PS4 with Cold War when I was playing with Rob because I used to be a controller gamer.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I think we all
I mean,
have been.
I can do it. It just takes
Well,
me
there are
a
some
couple
games-
weeks to get back into the
feel.
rhythm.
There are some games that feel better on a controller. Forza, for example. Rocket League, you need to play with a
Yeah, but
controller.
those are driving games. We're talking about shooting
Okay,
games.
yes, shooting games. I used to play the game. I think that made me switch, like actually switch from controller to mouse and keyboard is Battlefield 1. That's not too long ago. I was always playing on a controller because I was so used to it. When I first went to mouse and keyboard, I'm like, oh, my fingers don't reach over there. One, biggest thing that can get you to switch that, keybinds. Put some keybinds in your mouse. Melee, grenade, whatever. So you don't have to reach all the way over there. Then your hands just learn it. You
Yeah.
get used to it.
Or
was
you just
not
have really
natural.
flexible, large hands.
Oh, yeah, but not everyone does. But, okay, so mouse and keyboard is a good thing they added it to the consoles. Yes, most definitely.
Okay, but again, you can counteract that with the wireless, and now wireless mice are just as responsive as wired mice.
Yes.
So there's really no
A good dollared
yeah
mouse is.
yeah. There's no really lack of
the cables.
the millisecond.
Yeah, you get like, well,
delay.
I need wired because...
He's gonna outshoot me because mine's 8 milliseconds delay versus
Yep.
his raw input mouse. No, that doesn't
there
happen anymore.
are a few settings on PC that aren't available on console. For example, NVIDIA, that latency thing. NVIDIA Reflex. You can enable that. I think you need an RTX card, if I'm correct. But it does decrease the latency of when you click and when the bullet goes. And, of course, is it noticeable to the naked eye? No.
No.
Does it make a difference in if you just barely missed that bullet on the guy's head? Yes.
I don't miss,
That's not the point I was going with.
but I don't have an RTX card.
You don't, but I'm just saying, it was one of those things that no one really knew they needed it until it came out and you turned it on. It's like, oh, I'm actually
So
getting
it's
some
just
more kills.
basically it's just another
It's a latency control thing.
aim assist kind of.
No, it's not an aim contest. It just lowers the latency
How,
of a mouse click and when the game detects the mouse click.
yeah, but why is that linked to a specific graphics card?
It could honestly just be a trademark thing.
It could be a driver thing.
It could be a driver thing with the NVIDIA GeForce. I don't know.
It's
like why is okay? So tell me this: why is ray tracing only on RTX cards, but this PS5 has an AMD card in it, but it has ray tracing? But on a PC, you can't get an AMD card with ray tracing. It's marketing. That's the only reason. It's just marketing. It's money. NVIDIA wants money.
Well, they all want money.
Well, yeah, but NVIDIA went to ray tracing before AMD did. So AMD probably like, well, NVIDIA doesn't make console cards, so we can do ray tracing on that.
True.
Because with that, PS5, clearly an AMD card could come out with ray
Does the
tracing.
Xbox have ray tracing?
Yes, yeah, they both do.
What graphics card does that use?
An integrated RDNA 2, which...
That sounds like AMD to me.
It's AMD, most definitely, but it's not like... It's designed specifically for consoles, so it's not like this is a 3080, you know what I mean?
Kind of like an integrated laptops card.
Sure, but much more powerful than a laptop card.
Well, right.
So the equivalent GPU they give with the power puts it on par with only a 3060 or a 6700 XT.
Nobody wants ray tracing though.
Ray tracing for
I'm gonna say Forza 5 ray tracing, beautiful, and I think one of the only games to use ray tracing for sound. Forza 5 uses ray tracing for sound. You're in a tunnel, you rev up your car, pop, 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 echoes right off the walls. Do I think ray tracing makes a huge difference in most games? No. Do I think it made a huge difference in Minecraft? Yes.
Minecraft ray tracing is fucking pog.
It is. Ray tracing in Battlefield 2042, going back to that. I turned it on. I thought, oh, this looks beautiful, because by default it's on. My game run terribly. I have a 2080 Ti. It shouldn't run terribly. I turned it off. It runs beautifully. No, it runs beautifully.
That's how I was.
But it doesn't look different at all.
Yeah,
it's because their graphics are so good and their lighting and things that
doesn't need
ray
to.
tracing isn't that game changing, I guess you could say.
Well, something like Minecraft.
Minecraft is very blocky, so
Yeah.
you see like lights and stuff coming through the clouds.
I get that. I agree with that one. Fun fact, ray tracing is not available in 2042 on the Xbox Series X or PS5, and an Xbox One or PS4 only has 64 players. You can't do 128.
I don't understand why they force them into a 64-player server, but I don't have the option to play on a 64-player server.
I agree. That and only Toon Game... Okay, we're done with Battlefield. We're not bringing it back up. Crossplay. You agree that it is a good thing, right? Or do you not like it?
overall, it's a good thing.
Overall,
I think it's a good thing when I'm on the PC end of the crossplay.
Okay.
Literally, I play PC. I know how much better I perform on a PC versus a console.
Yes.
When I play on console, I turn off crossplay because I don't think it's fair, even with the aim assist or with the keyboard mouse input, especially with it being, you're sitting on your couch playing with a mouse and keyboard. That's not your optimal.
It's not
arm angles.
When you make a computer, you put it where
you want leverage.
Yeah. When I buy a console, my intention is not, ooh, I'm gonna put this on my computer desk.
Right.
At
least for me.
a tournament on this shit.
And I'm sure a lot of people are the same way. They don't. I'm pretty sure they have living rooms and.
But as a healthier
ecosystem
game, I guess ecosystem. Yeah, a healthier keeps the game alive longer.
Yeah.
It's a more of a life lengthener of games because for Modern Warfare 2, for example, if you go play it on Steam right now, there's usually about 500 people on there.
Yeah.
And you can still find a match.
Yes,
It might take a minute.
But not even only that long.
But
I mean,
there's still people playing. You still got people playing Modern Warfare 2 on the Xbox, but it takes way longer to find matches
because you have to go back to the 360,
right?
Or maybe the Xbox One has it now with the crossplay. I don't know, but
they haven't remastered Modern Warfare 2 yet, have they? Just the first.
Well, not remastered, but it would be console not crossplay. What am I trying to say? They can play on the next generation with the older game.
Yeah, I got it.
Backwards compatibility.
Backwards compatibility, yep. But they might have brought that. But, okay, so crossplay.
I'm saying if they opened up the crossplay for older games, those people that are still stuck in those old
Yeah.
games.
Now, that might be a little too much money and time invested into something that's already done and over with.
True. I mean, they just shut the Halo 2 servers down, what?
Halo 3 just got shut down, too.
6 years ago?
Yeah, Halo 3 just got shut down, I believe.
Well, they had to make room for their new Infinite servers,
They
dog.
did.
But, I mean,
So, okay.
the Master Chief Collection has Halo 3 in it, right?
Yes,
So,
so-
there's no purpose of having a
I
Halo
think the thing
3
that
server.
made it worth it is more like, okay, so I want to hop on Halo 3 and I want to play Forge with you like the good old days and hop on Sandbox and have a good old time with the file browser.
Ghost Forging, let's go!
Yeah,
You
man.
remember the file browser?
So many
Yeah.
memories.
They don't have that, and that was like the best thing ever.
Yeah, I had hundreds of game modes saved.
Game modes, maps, levels, trick things with the mongoose and
and the
those-
busted maps, the glitched
the
maps
garbage
and stuff.
disposal map where you
Yeah.
Yeah, just like flies
just-
a mongoose and like someone was on the map over here and they're stuck in this little box and you had a mongoose and you had to throw vehicles at them and fusion grenades at them and stuff to try to kill them. Like there were so many game modes that you can't
You
find
throw it
anymore.
down the tunnel.
I miss
Yeah.
Infection.
Infection was... They
Infection.
added that in 2042, actually. Me and him played it.
That was a portal mode, not a
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah.
It was not great.
Yeah, we quit instantly.
It was
but
not good.
the concept is there.
Yeah, I think they also added a battle royale for people that like battle royale.
I missed the wager matches from Black Ops.
Wager matches.
Wager matches? Sticks
we-
and stones
Oh,
in the chamber.
yeah, that's something I
What
wish
were
they
you-
bring.
what-
They brought that into Cold War. Sticks and stones,
Did they?
gun
Why
game.
were they called wager matches?
Because you'd like, because in Black Ops you had like a currency system to unlock your guns and stuff,
Okay, I remember that.
and you could wager like that currency. If you won, you'd get double your money back. If you lost, you'd lose it.
Okay, we were on the topic of crossplay. Pretty sure we said that it's a good ecosystem thing.
I like it. It unifies pools of gamers. So if like a game gets really old, like you said with Modern Warfare, they'll all be.
So
on.
when these games get old one day,
Yeah,
they'll still be alive.
we'll see what happens.
They should last longer. I mean, it all depends on the company.
Yeah.
And, if they want to
So-
pay for the servers to be open.
Now, it is a good thing that there's crossplay, and it is a good thing that there's an option to turn it off.
Correct.
Um,
I don't think it should be a forced option.
Do you think crossplay gives PC players a bad rep? For example, Halo Infinite. There are so many cheating PC players that it is making Xbox people never want to play with a PC person. Does that give us, as PC players, a bad rep? We're not the ones cheating,
Okay,
but the moment you say you want to play
are these
crossplay,
people actually cheating, or are they just better? Because that's a large...
there is a lot
issue.
of that. There is a lot of that. I agree. There's a lot of times where I get a kill and I'm like, oh, he thinks I'm hacking.
I mean, I definitely think that the anti-cheats in games should be better.
so get okay.
Especially in a forefront shooter such as Halo or Call of Duty or Battlefield.
Now get this: Halo Infinite has no client-side anti-cheat tools. Client-side. It has server-side.
So what
It
you're
has-
saying
it
is
has
So, for example-
the game doesn't prevent you from starting it if you have exterior.
Exactly, like Call of Duty, I think it's called Ricochet now. Battlefield has BattleEye, right?
It's always had Battle Eye, I think.
Well, yeah, it's still. I'm saying it has it.
Right.
Yep.
Halo Infinite has nothing.
They use easy anti cheat, which is like Rust uses
Oh,
easy
called
anti-cheat.
Battlefield uses that, right?
Yeah, Battlefield uses that too.
Yeah, it's very easy to implement. in
But is that
games.
a server side or a client side?
Easy anti-cheat isn't even really like an anti-cheat though.
It's very bad.
You can, yeah.
It's
I
like
mean, no matter what.
it's like Valve's version of Overwatch, which is where you have high-leveled players watch VODs of people playing from their perspective and then watching them and seeing if they're doing anything sketchy and then submitting a review saying this player's a cheater.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly how easy anti-cheat works. I do know that there is a guy named Komomo that I watch on YouTube, and he admins for multiple Rust servers, and if they all use easy anti-cheat, he can somehow get their information. So like if you cheat on one account and get banned and make a new account, he can somehow find the information that links it back to your primary account, and then he goes and bans that new account because on a past account you've cheated.
That's strange.
I think Easy Anti-Cheat makes a fingerprint of your system based on its hardware.
Okay, so like your MAC address or something.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. So, first of all, yeah, no matter what anti-cheat is out there, someone will find a way to bypass it. I mean, that's just like, look at the iPhones and jailbreaking. Apple's like, oh, we gotta come up with another update so they don't jailbreak this one, and they're immediately a week later they're jailbroken.
Right.
I think that's gonna happen no matter...
It's gonna be a cat and mouse game.
No matter what it is, no matter what. It's gonna be, cat and mouse game, no matter what. But you can make it harder for them.
Yeah, you can definitely scale. That is one of the main things you need in a FPS game, I think, is a decent anti-cheat.
Yes. Well, Halo Infinite, as of right now, has no client-side anti-cheat tools, which are standard for most online PC games. But they do have a server side, which
How does a server-side anti-cheat differ from a client side?
So client-side is like... it's like it would detect if you have... Okay, for example, Call of Duty. I have a program called WeMod. I use it for my single-player games. I'm not cheating. I'm having fun. Assassin's Creed. I'll use it. I don't have the time like I used to walk around miles and miles and miles and miles of land.
Yeah, especially...
I will teleport. I'll teleport to the next objective. Does that make me a bad person? No.
It does.
No. I want to beat the game. And
I got a full-time job.
Call of Duty. What is it? Or not Call of Duty. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Is that the latest one?
Yeah.
I teleported to every objective, and it still took me 40 hours to beat it.
I think I played the first story mission.
It was a good game. Great game.
I like guys.
Okay, back to the topic. I have WeMod. I play my single-player games with it. I don't go online cheating and matchmaking lobbies. I don't. With that being said, if I forget to close it and I try to open Call of Duty, I believe its client-side version of anti-cheat crashes my game.
But it doesn't ban you.
It doesn't ban me, but it does not let me open.
But it prevents you from
there are some games that they will ban
community.
Jeremy, for example. Jeremy. He wanted to play, what's it called, Back 4 Blood with me?
Yeah.
So he downloaded it. And immediately he's like, dude, I can't get in your lobby. I'm like, well, why? It don't let me in. And I'm like, okay. And we spent like a good half an hour trying to like, well, is it my internet? Is it your internet? And he's like, all I did was give me infinite skill points. I'm like, whoa, you're banned, dude. You're banned. He's banned for life on Back 4 Blood, and he never even played it. He gave himself, I think it was unlimited health. He gave himself unlimited health.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. That's why he's like, well, you didn't tell me it was an online game. Like, well, how do you think we're playing it?
What the fuck?
Well, of course it is.
Jesus Christ.
He said, well, it's almost like Left 4 Dead 2. Like, no. Yeah, it is, but they've advanced in their protocols.
True.
So, again, if you're going to cheat, keep it to single-player games. But I think that's what it is. The client side prevents me from even opening Call of Duty if I have that running in the background.
What does the server side anti-cheat do? Is it like...
Let's just do a quick Google
Is
search.
it like World at War's anti-cheat, where like if you click too fast, it blocks your gun from shooting?
Server side
Or does it kick you from the game and ban you? And what does it detect?
I think
I don't know.
games are moving towards server-side anti-cheat because of privacy
So
concerns.
client-side anti-cheat allows servers to analyze the code of the client used by players for determine whether or not they use unfair modifications.
Yeah, but
how does server-side? Okay, detects third-party. So server-side detects third-party software running. Client-side just analyzes how you act in the game.
okay.
So if you're sitting here and you're, you got aim, boom, 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 and you're shooting through walls or something like Counter-Strike, that would be detected as a client-side anti-cheat would detect that. Server-side would detect, for example, I have WeMod running in the background, third-party software, and they would just not let you launch. So that's the difference between the two.
I wish Counter-Strike had a real anti-cheat.
So what that means is in Halo Infinite right now,
I ran into too many cheaters recently.
I can open up WeMod and cheat. However, if I make it too obvious, then the client side will detect it.
Gotcha.
But if I just, I don't know.
So basically, what you're saying is you just can't be obvious.
You can't
can
be
get away
obvious.
with it.
Probably, yes. But that is making a lot of people on Xbox turn off crossplay and be against it.
Yeah, but like I said, is it people actually cheating or is it people actually just being better?
I don't know.
And,
I couldn't tell you that one.
And it's not so much being better, but having a peripheral advantage with mouse and keyboard versus control.
That one I could not tell you whether it's.
Or is there
actually
like a
cheating.
real statistic of people actually cheating?
Of course, there's.
But if there's a statistic of these people cheating and they know they're cheating, why are they still playing the game? Why aren't they banned?
True, but it also comes down to so you're playing your Xbox and your PC and you're playing together. In every match, it's a different person that's cheating. Yeah, they can it'd be their first time cheating, they get banned, whatever. Then you go to the next match and there's another person. You know what I mean? They can't keep up with it. And then a lot of people that's cheating.
Yeah, but I'm saying
So maybe they're not still playing, but the next match has cheaters in it as well. Me personally, I have not experienced any cheaters in Halo Infinite. I haven't played it too much.
I haven't played it much either.
I haven't played it at all.
But
Need to play it.
I don't play Halo games on the PC.
okay, so why?
A nostalgia thing.
So you want the controller?
It's Halo hasn't been the same since Halo 3. It's not worth my time or effort. Honestly.
Even if it's free?
Though. It's free.
Yeah.
So the Halo Infinite campaign, you're not going to give a chance?
I mean, the campaign is a different story. I literally went out and bought an Xbox One to play Halo 5.
Okay.
The campaign.
But
I
gonna
played the
play online.
multiplayer, it was garbage, and I never touched my Xbox One or Halo again.
So you haven't played Halo Infinite yet. I have. He has. What do you think about it as being a Halo game in general?
Compared to Halo 3, I mean, that was the last Halo game I played a lot. Time to kill is much higher.
Agreed. Yes.
And
But
yeah.
with that being said, I feel like I get more kills. Now, that could be
feel like
because
that's
of,
You don't die as often.
that could be because of two things. One, I don't die as often. Or two, when I first played Halo, I was 12 years old. I've gotten better.
Have you?
I've gotten a little better. So maybe that's why I
I feel
get
like
more
I've gotten
kills.
worse. I
My
think I peaked when I was 12, man. Fucking Halo 3.
I think literally one of my last interactions with Halo was no-scoping him on a mongoose, and then he removed me from his friends list and didn't talk to me for a year.
I think one of my favorite Halo memories is actually the Master Chief Collection trying to beat the last level with Jeremy.
Oh, yeah. we
And
did
it
do
wasn't trying. It was us intentionally messing up the last jump, going through the whole warthog fight, and at the very last time, like, boop, and he would get so mad. And
Yeah,
we did
we
that
spent
maybe
a long
10
time
different
on that.
times. Yeah, we probably spent the whole night doing that last mission,
the last section of that last
the last
mission.
section of that mission.
But it was so funny.
But it was hilarious. I think Infinite is a good, brings you back to its classics kind of
It
thing.
definitely
It feels
looks...
classic, yeah.
It looks... Because I've watched videos. It looks kind of like Halo 2 to me.
Mm-hmm. It might have the Halo 2 difficulty. Jeez.
But with... Like, I seen a clip today of a guy grappling into a hijack, which I thought was cool.
Yes, I did that by accident, and I'm like, "Oh, you can do this!"
Yeah.
that was extra sweet. And you can take it a step further,
Which
So-
I think that type of stuff needs to stay in a Halo
Yes.
game. We don't need to bring that into the Call of Duty world. Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare.
trying to be Call of Duty or trying to be Halo.
Yeah.
I agree. There are a lot of trick shots people are doing with the grappling hook and stuff. There's you can go off you can grapple hook into a vehicle while you're going on what are they called? Those?
Grab lifts.
Grab lifts. You just go flying in the air and
Oh,
you
yeah.
trick shot them up there. And there's also, I don't know if this has been in other Halos. I don't recall. Probably has been. So if an enemy is in a Warthog and he's in the turret, could you hop in and drive him places?
Yes.
The enemy? Okay. Well, that still exists, except people are having a lot of fun with it now with the grappling hook. They grab onto Warthogs. The guy's in the turret shooting. He doesn't realize he just got hijacked, and the guy just runs him off the cliff.
Yeah.
Hops out last second, and you just do.
I think it's cool you can run people off the cliff because I think most Halo 3 Halo Reach maps were enclosed where you couldn't.
Yes, there were no drops.
There's some Halo.
I mean,
There
there was
yes,
some, but
like the garbage disposal one.
well,
but,
that would be a custom. I'm talking about like
well, I know,
actual
but
standard.
that existed. Like it was that you could go to the edge of the map.
Yeah.
But yes, there were a lot of maps where there just was no. It was boxed in, like Foundry.
Have they remade maps?
Foundry, shit.
So technically right now it is still considered a beta. Your progress will save, but they had to call it a beta because it's not released yet. But the multiplayer is released yet. Why they didn't just say early access or something? Beta makes it sound like it's not going to be saved.
Why
I don't like the word beta.
Why wouldn't they just release them as separate games?
entities? They're already being released as separate entities because the multiplayer is free to play and the campaign costs money if you don't have Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, they're both free.
Does it cost $60?
I'm going to say yes. It might even cost $70.
That seems like an overprice to me.
It isn't overpriced. Every game right now feels overpriced because
That's true.
Everything's going up in price. But there are no more physical copies really anymore. The amount of physical copies have decreased from digital copies.
Correct.
But yet the price went up. But now we're receiving them digitally. Yes, you could say like it only costs 3
And
cents.
the price of consoles went down. I felt like
They actually have. I know people are like $500 for the PS5. How much was the N64? And
Oh man.
yeah,
Adjusted for inflation.
yeah, it'd be like equivalent to like $800 today.
yeah.
So
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
why
I haven't
games like
understood why games are so expensive.
I-
They shouldn't be that expensive nowadays.
do not think single player games should be $70 with exclusions.
Now, if
The Witcher 3 is a long enough, big enough
Right,
game to
or
be
Assassin's
$70.
Creed,
Or
or-
Assassin's Creed, Ratchet
or
and Clank.
Fallout.
I love Ratchet and Clank.
or
Should it have been $70? No. It should not have been. Ratchet and Clank has never been $70. It has never been $60. It's always been $49.99 or $39.99, something like that. I mean, maybe back in the PS2, maybe it was $59.99. I don't remember. I didn't buy them back then. My grandparents did, so
that's why you just wait until they go on sale.
I am not waiting for a Ratchet and Clank game, dude. I'm gonna pre-order that the day it gets announced. I promise you.
Yeah, but I mean like other games.
But yeah, other games, yeah. But games like Ratchet and Clank,
Friday, let's go.
yeah, I beat it in a night. I beat Ratchet and Clank and I platinumed it in a night. It shouldn't have been $70. It was a great game. I loved it, and I will always support Insomniac Games. They make Spider-Man now, and Spyro, and Ratchet and Clank, and
Oh, Spyro.
you know, I'll support them. They are amazing.
They did the Reignited trilogy.
Well,
Or are
they made
making a new Spyro?
No, they made Spyro, but I feel like a different company did the remake.
I thought it was Unreal. I could be wrong though.
That made the remake. That I don't know who made the remake. I just know Insomniac made Spyro.
See, I never knew that. I mean, I did. I guess I do now, but
Yeah, but
I never really paid attention because I didn't care back then. I was just
I
a
didn't
kid
either.
playing Spyro.
You know, the only reason why I knew Ratchet and Clank was Insomniac because I remember every time I booted it up, it'd be that little moon that said.
And the new Spyro is hard as hell.
Yes, and so is Crash Bandicoot. And now it actually did get literally harder. It's not just you. It got harder.
Yeah,
because
they
of the
made it
graphics.
harder because of the graphics.
Yep. So anyway, back to Halo Infinite. Multiplayer so far has been fun. I like big team battle. I'm not a big fan of ranked. I also don't like the fact that, I mean, maybe I haven't played it long enough. Maybe there's a way to disable game modes, but I don't like hopping in a match. I'm like, capture the flag. Capture the flag in Halo, I think, is the only game
There's no filter.
I don't know.
There isn't a filter.
There's
you
not a
can't pick
filter.
the game mode.
Okay.
But that might also be because it's in a beta
But it could be
stage.
beta. We say beta like this because it's not.
Beta.
It's released. But
They should just. I don't understand why companies always try to improve on things that don't need to be improved on. It's the if it ain't broke, don't fix it philosophy.
yeah.
The Halo 3 lobby and search system was perfect. You had
Agreed.
your
veto
ranked
system
game
and-
modes, you had your casual game modes, and then you had your fun game
And
modes.
you had one of the best game modes out there, Team SWAT.
Yeah, if there's no Team SWAT, I'm not going to play
There's
Halo.
no Team SWAT yet. I say yet. I have hopes that it'll come. But
Is there Team Snipers?
no, there's nothing. There's big team battle, and there's ranked.
That seems silly.
lackluster.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'm hoping, so the game comes out, I think, December 8th.
Do they still have, like, I know they released, what's it called? Halo, the thing they released on the computer that everybody thought was Halo 5, but it was just
Forge.
the Forge.
Forge.
Is it
It's
called
called
Forge?
Forge.
Okay, that's what I didn't want to say Forge because I didn't know. Does that work with Halo Infinite?
No. From what I know right now, no, there is no Forge mode. They have gotten rid of a lot. I mean, okay, so they've listened. I'll give them that. They've listened. They have listened when it comes to the campaign.
Behind that campaign.
Well, yeah, there you
There
go.
might, yeah.
Well, see, like what I was going to say is they did that with ODST. They released ODST, and they knew it wasn't going to be a great single player. I mean, the campaign I thought was great,
I like the campaign.
Oh, yeah.
but they knew it wasn't going to be enough, so they added the
DLC maps.
the DLC maps with the game, and you could play every DLC map from a multiplayer disc,
Yes.
which made it so much easier to play multiplayer.
Yeah.
That was a good idea. Whoever came up with that, I don't know. That was Bungie. Is Infinite Bungie, or is that 343?
I want to say it's Bungie. Or Infinite? Oh, Infinite's 343.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about ODST.
Because I know,
Bungie.
yeah, ODST was definitely Bungie.
I don't remember when 343 and Microsoft took over.
Whenever Gears 3
4.
came out.
Halo 4, I think.
Yeah, Halo 4 was the first one by
Yeah.
343.
Yeah.
So, but this is 343, but it feels like it's going back to its roots, which is a good thing. Yes, it has the whole, it feels like their shields last forever. I don't like that. There are a lot of more weapon spawns, I would say.
Yeah.
So that being
Yeah.
said, because it's a 343 developed game versus a Bungie game, is it really their roots, or are they just trying to replicate what Bungie was able to do?
Oh, most definitely replicate. Most definitely. I mean, they'll never be Halo 3 again, or, you know what I mean?
Right.
They're just trying to, they're looking at back like, okay, why did our sales not do too hot for Halo 5 and Halo 4 and,
I could tell you why their sales struggled with those two games. The multiplayer maps were garbage.
that, and they just didn't.
They were too small, and they were all linear. They were literally like straight up aim duels, and that's not what Halo is.
No. So, I have high hopes for it. I haven't played it enough to really give an opinion or a rating on it. It hasn't lost my attention. I have high hopes for the campaign. However, I did hear that the campaign is not going to be co-op for like a year.
Then what's the point of the campaign?
What's the point of the campaign? Exactly. Now, does that mean split screen co-op? Or co-op in general? I don't know.
I don't understand how these companies, I don't understand how these multi-million-dollar companies are struggling to release final games that are finished when even like Halo's hasn't been released in what, 6 years, 7 years since Halo 5?
Probably. I mean, I remember buying the Xbox One for
Right,
it.
yeah, so you're talking about you had 7 years to finish a campaign and a multiplayer, and you can't do that?
I will say, I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt for this one because exactly. It should most definitely have been should have been done. They did delay the game. I think it's been delayed for like a year now. Because they redid the textures and everything, because people complain like, wow, that looks trash. They did fix it. It looks beautiful. So right here, I'm reading Halo development boss Joseph Staten has commented on the delay of Halo Infinite's campaign co-op feature, saying it was a difficult decision, but ultimately the right one. So it was very, very hard to choose to delay the feature, but it was essential so the team could prioritize other areas and get the game out the door this holiday.
See, that's what they're
They just
prioritizing just getting the game out.
They're prioritizing sales. They want it out by Christmas so that everyone can buy it for their kids.
Right.
Yay, Christmas.
And I get that from a business perspective, but you're gonna lose longevity in your game when you release incomplete products because everybody is gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
So now, say I'm super hyped for Halo, I go to play it and it's not great.
It's not great.
I'm gonna go play Vanguard.
Or how many people know the co-op is delayed? How many people know that?
I didn't.
I know
that.
it because I seen it on Facebook one day. So let's say, little Timmy over here, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, whatever's getting Halo, and they're in high school, and they're like, hey, Christmas break, we're going to play Halo Infinite, right? My mom got it me early for Christmas. And they go home and they try to boot it up, and like, why can't I invite you? Why can't I invite you? What do? Who wants to play a Halo campaign by themselves?
I mean, I do just because I like the difficulty in the Halo campaigns, and I play on Legendary. But that's just me.
See, for me, that's just one of those games that I feel like the campaign needs to have a friend.
I think it needs a friend, but of all the campaigns, difficulty-wise, Halo has always been the hardest and most
Halo 2.
entertaining to beat, especially Halo 2 Remastered.
Yeah, it's ridiculously hard.
Their AI is impeccable.
Yeah.
The only game that's released or the only company that's released a full first-person shooter with campaign that is both decent is Activision.
But Call of Duty's?
Yeah. The Vanguard has a good campaign.
I liked it.
I haven't played it.
A lot of people did not like it because it wasn't true to history, but it's not
Yeah, but if
true
you
to
read
history.
what
Neither was World at War.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
if you read what Activision said, it's their take on
It
what
has
their
nothing to do with how history actually, happened.
But the guns are era accurate. The base models.
For the most part.
I mean, yeah.
There's a video on YouTube you can watch of this guy who's a museum curator, and he knows everything about firearms, and he watches people play Vanguard, and he's like, oh God, what did they do to this gun?
Hey, I
So-
think what they did was good.
Halo Infinite, back to that. So, their goals. Obviously, the game's coming out December 8th. I'm pretty sure it's December 8th. The game will be out. That might be before or after this video. I don't know. But their goals is to have co-op out by Season 2. Now, Season 2 comes out May of 2022. So I'm going to have to wait 5 months to play the campaign. I mean, I could play the campaign by myself, sure, but it's not going to be as fun. December? May?
Oh, December to me.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about right now.
No, May 2022. So, of course, I can play the campaign by myself, sure. And it looks fun. It looks like it's more open world, less linear, which I think is a good take. I heard that it's still pretty linear. It just has a little other side objectives, maybe.
I mean, all Halo games are linear. The only one that really was non-linear was Halo 1, and that was only the first or the second level when you get on Halo.
Yeah, and you run around.
And it's still linear. You just get to choose which area to go
and I
to
think
first.
that's how Halo Infinite's going to be. It's still linear. Your end points here, your start points here.
And Halo Reach had some aspects of that too, if I'm not mistaken, with the artillery cannons on the one mission.
Yeah.
You could choose which way to go, which is fine.
ODST felt like that too.
ODST definitely had an option.
So they're all linear, but they have... I don't know, Halo Infinite, just from the trailer, it looked a little more like he had a little... There's more places to explore.
Yeah, but they really oversold Halo... When was it? I want to say it was Halo 4. Maybe even 3. They definitely oversold them in the cinematic trailers.
Oh, yeah. Well, this was a gameplay trailer I watched.
And you would watch them and you'd be like, wow, the new Halo looks awesome. And then you got it and you're like, this is
Well, it's
not
just like the
what they
Battlefield.
sold
Go back
us.
to Battlefield. Look at their cinematic trailer that came out.
Yeah, but that says not actual gameplay.
I know. Now, the one thing that I could have waited for, it's also going to be delayed even longer than that. It says expected launch after Season 2 is Forge. There will be a Forge mode, but it's coming after Season 2. That's something, okay, I can wait for that. I can wait.
Yeah, that's not like a game-breaking thing.
No, but co-op is something I wanted day
Yeah, that's
one.
like a standard.
That is Halo.
Right.
That's Halo.
Yeah, playing with your friends and blowing stuff up.
That's always been Halo. So, okay, at this point, I think their best bet was just to... They got the the multiplayer out right now. That's fine. Leave it out. Delay the whole campaign. Delay
True.
it all.
Yeah, don't...
Because you're going to get people that...
I think they should just release the multiplayer
Which
as
is-
a final
Yeah,
thing.
which it is final. Come on. We get it. Put Team SWAT out there.
But I think they should, segregate them. One called the multiplayer and one's called
That's
the
literally
campaign.
how it's called on the Game Pass.
Yeah.
One says campaign, one says multiplayer.
Yeah.
And just delay the campaign because
Man,
I'm not going to play it day
I'm
one.
not gonna play a half-cocked campaign.
True.
Exactly. So I don't know, but that's all I can give on Halo Infinite. I haven't played much of it. I don't even have enough to give it a rating. I can't give it a rating right now. I mean, technically it's still beta. I would say that the experience I've had so far. I mean, honestly, if I had to give it a rating, I'd say 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say from what I've seen, because I haven't played it, I'd give it a 5 out of 10.
Do I have fun when I boot it up? Sure. Do I want my team SWAT? Yes. Do I want to be able to capture the flag off of the list? Yes. Do I want to be able to kill people a little bit
that's
easier?
just like
Yes.
Battlefield. They're just trying to force you to play things that you might not want to play.
Yeah.
To keep those game modes alive. Or like Call of Duty Vanguard, we can't vote on maps anymore. We gotta play all the maps. But even then,
you don't get all the maps.
you don't get all the maps because you could sit there for a 6-hour stint and never play Dome because it's random.
Yeah, so I don't really like that. So, okay, so there's 2 things I wanted to show off that I think are pretty interesting games that just recently came out. They're not, I wouldn't say I haven't heard from them or heard of them before until like today and yesterday, so I don't know if they're huge or not. But I want to show off the trailers and give me your first impressions. This one's called XO1. I actually found this on TikTok from the developer posting, hey, I just released a new game. It has gotten incredible reviews, but it has also gotten reviews where it's thumbs up, but they're saying it's not for everyone. So what do you think?
Looks interesting.
Can you do more than fly around?
I don't know. I don't know. And I think that's why most reviews are saying it's not for everyone. I think it is more of a chill, relaxed exploration.
There definitely is a player base now that is into those more simplistic, just exploration games because they have like those puzzle games that are out and you solve puzzles and you move level to level.
Yeah.
And it's more of like a story enriching experience rather than like an actual gameplay experience. Which that's not my cup of tea, but I can see where the appeal is.
So on the Steam page right now, it has very positive ratings with only 1,800 reviews, but I think for a little indie game, that's pretty decent, especially being very positive. It did come out November 18th, I think it says, but I don't think it came out November 18th. I think they came out with they had one called Prologue. I think it came out with that. I'm pretty sure this just recently got released. Could be wrong. The description of it is literally just a strange signal, an alien craft, an interplanetary, gravity-defying journey through space and time.
Yeah, so you just
So
fly
I'm
around.
pretty sure it's exploration, but I think it's kind of got like maybe like a interstellar feel to it. Is the kind of the vibe I'm getting to where it's maybe not much gameplay, but maybe it's got story.
Well, it definitely looks, graphically appealing.
It sounds like No Man's Sky would have launched.
Yes,
At first, that's what I thought was going to happen.
They're advertising it as that, though.
Yeah,
No Man's
yeah.
Sky advertises
Play with
so
your
much
friends.
more. Yeah.
You can
And then,
run
like,
into each
and
other
then
and
literally,
it's like-
I remember
I
No
mean, I
Man's...
think it has potential, but I won't pay for that.
Okay, fair enough. It's not for
$17.
everyone. I bought it. I thought it looked fun, but sometimes I like Interstellar is one of my favorite all-time movies, and I get that vibe from the trailer. I just get that
Maybe
vibe.
I buy it and I play it for 59 minutes and then I refund
Return
it.
I heard. Okay, so one of the reviews said he finished it in 5 hours. It's mostly got, like I said, mostly positive.
It looks like if you were a spaceship mixed with like a Tony Hawk game.
Okay. Again, I've never played it. I haven't watched gameplay. That's the only launch trailer I've seen. And a little snippet from TikTok. I would link the TikTok video, but I was just scrolling in bed. I have no clue if I'd find that again. But it's a great game for space enthusiasts and explorers of abstract planets who have a bit of an understanding how to handle gravity and momentum. If you like games like Flower, Journey, Abzu, Proteus, Pixel Junk, Eden, or Everything, chances are high that you'll like this one. I haven't played any of those games.
Yeah, I haven't heard
but
of any of them.
this one...
I've heard of Eden.
You heard of Eden? This one, it looks...
It sounds like you have
good.
to have some sort of physics knowledge to progress. So I'm wondering if you have to gain momentum on the planet to then slingshot to the next planet.
I think you do.
That's what it sounds like to me, or something of that nature.
I like it.
It's
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has potential. I wouldn't spend my money on it.
So okay, here's a good. I like this review right here. This game is super replayable, very fun, and very well designed. It is extremely therapeutic for my anxiety, and really glad this game has released. It's short, but this will be a game I will continually come back to just because of how the game feels. So freeing. No other word to describe it. Love the game.
I could definitely see it as like a therapeutic.
I can see, it doesn't stress you out. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's like
You just
people
like,
that
wow,
sleep
this is
to
beautiful.
storm noises.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So I mean,
Like an ASMR game.
sure. Yes, if ASMR was a game, I could see this being a game for that. But I could be let down. I could be very let down, but I feel like it's gonna have like a hidden story to it. Like, and it could be just me overthinking it. Like that Interstellar kind of find when you find out that the reason why the picture fell was because he was banging on the wall behind it in a different space and time reality, and it was like. I feel like this game kind of has a little vibe to that. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I could easily just be way overthinking it.
I guess I better watch Interstellar.
It is an amazing movie. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind at first. And be like, "Why? What the fuck did I just watch?" Like it just like, whoa! I don't know. That's me. I'm very into those kind of things.
Yeah, you are.
Have you
Like
played
the
Soma?
Alex thinks we live in a simulation.
Okay.
He's like, where did this call me out? All right, what's the next one?
This one's called Icarus. It's a survival game. Let's see it. Let's go. This is the official launch trailer. Well, what do you think?
It's got a very steampunky yet what's the word I'm looking for? Not medieval.
I think it's like historic, but not like
No,
caveman.
yeah, like a caveman
Yeah.
steampunk theme
With rocket ships.
with rocket ships.
Rocket ships.
Um,
I'm a sucker for survival games. I really am.
me too. If there is a lot of content.
Yeah.
Like Rust is doing a fantastic job at PvP survival.
Rust is a different kind of survival.
Yeah, it's PvP
This
survival.
kind of survival, I think, I give off the vibe of like Conan Exiles, but it's also not. It's an 8-player co-op.
Right. Is
So
there
it's not like you're gonna run into a bunch of other people destroying your base or something. But
the trailer showed animal AI. Is there or monster AI? Is there like
just regular AI.
yeah, a
humans.
human AI?
That I don't know. I haven't done my research on these two videos or these two games other than the trailers. I'm just trying to see the first impressions. We might buy it, we might try it, we might stream it, we might play it.
I'd be more willing to buy that. How much is this one?
$26. It's on sale right now for $26, I believe. 1 second.
See, that's a reasonable price.
For a survival game, yeah, save 10%, $26.99 right now. It is coming December 3rd, so it'll be unlocked in 1 day.
Oh, One day?
1 day and 20 hours.
Oh, I guess it is December, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So you can get whatever the supporters edition is for $90. I'm pretty sure the price is a pre-order. Offer ends December 7th. Okay, so it ends December 7th. The pre-order, I don't think there's any pre-order, but the supporters edition looks like, okay, so if you pre-order it, you got a beta weekend and bonus XP, which that's, okay, comes out in 2 days, not really worth it. You get 2 extra outposts. You do get, I guess, just going to come out with DLC chapters. You get the base game.
What are outposts?
I don't
Are they
know.
game changing? Because like 2 extra outposts might be worth it.
Might be worth it.
Who knows?
I don't know. It just says, survive, explore, craft, escape. Escape. Okay, your time on Icarus is limited, so always watch the clock and use every second wisely.
Oh,
That sounds interesting.
So there is an objective.
There's objectives. The bold will thrive. Build your outpost. Okay. So so when it says 2 extra outposts, I think it means you can only... What I'm getting just from those words right there is that you can only build 1 outpost.
Per session, yeah.
Per
Per
session.
session.
Yes. That's the vibe I'm getting. Maybe that just means like you're locked into about a 24 by 24 area, but you can build in that area wherever you want. You
Gotcha.
can't go way over here and build. That's my assumption. Your outpost is a permanent map with no time limit and limited dangers, ideal for building. Okay. So outpost is just a different game mode kinda. So 2 different outposts I think just means like different bios. You know what I mean? Biomes.
I see.
Maybe.
Like one's in the, like kind of like when you start Satisfactory, he says, "Where do you want to start?"
Right.
So, I think that's what it means. So, build your outpost might be a good mode too. If you're just like, "Hey, I'm bored. Let's build a base."
True.
Because there's a lot of times I boot up Minecraft just to build a house. So, that's a game I think we should play. That looks fun.
I could buy that.
So, those are the last 2 games I just wanted to show. Maybe we'll play them. Maybe I'll play XO1. We both play Icarus, and we'll talk about those 2 on the next one.
I think Hytale looks really cool.
What's Hytale?
It's,
That's that one by...
It's developed by Hypixel Studios, but now
Oh, yeah.
they're partnered with Riot Games, which
Rito.
I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if they just have Riot funding behind them,
and it's different developers.
or if
I
it's...
think it's mostly just funding.
It could be.
But it should be...
Yeah. We can go ahead and play... We'll play a trailer real quick. So right off the bat, I get a vibe of a whole bunch of different games mixed together.
So-
Gary's Mod, World of Warcraft, Diablo, Minecraft, RuneScape. I mean, I feel like it's got a little bit of everything.
So I've known about this game for 2 years. and I've been following it, not extensively, but I've signed up for betas. I haven't gotten into any, but I've signed up for a few. I watched an interview with the head designer of the game, and this is the goal. So the entire staff that developed this game they are Minecraft modders.
Okay.
So their goal was to bring modding to everybody's fingertips to make their own adventures. So
it's a very open source game.
correct. So they're going to release the tools and the scripting and allow you, so say your goblin that you want to fight, you want your goblins to have 2 swords. You can go in and you can literally make a character and place that in the game how you want it.
Okay.
So basically you can alter the game however you want it. Like if you wanted to add Frostmourne, for example, you could go in and create Frostmourne in their tools. I don't know how extensive the scripting and things are, but from my first impressions, you can basically do whatever you want in a sandbox game. Whereas like Minecraft is limited unless you get mod packs or whatever. But this is supposed to be an open... They're going to release their open source code along with the game, and you can basically do whatever you want.
I'm down for that game. Seems very interesting. Do they have a release date estimated or anything?
I believe it's early 2022, but it's been postponed since 2019.
So don't expect it.
But with Riot funding behind it now,
Maybe expect
it should have a lot more traction. Not traction, but it should develop
Progress.
quicker.
Way more progress. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I had. You guys have anything else? Any other? I mean, 3
Nope.
games to look forward to. Nothing.
That's about it.
All right. Well, again, I'm Alex. This is Nick.
It's me.
It's him.
Him, Caleb.
Caleb. Hopefully we'll make more of these.
Yeah.
It's fun. Thank you for watching.